Good morning. Welcome to Austin First Online. I'm Donna Dumpy-Wolf, and I'm so glad to be with you today in this virtual space where we experience real connection. Whether you're with us each week or whether this is your first time, it is our hope and prayer that the next 30 minutes we spend together will help you find the image and heartbeat of God in every area of your life. Speaking of connection, you're invited to post a word of greeting as a way to connect with others who are worshiping today.
As the deer panteth for the water, so my soul longeth after thee. You alone are my heart's desire, and I long to worship thee. You alone are my strength and shield. To you alone may my spirit yield. You alone are my heart's desire, and I long to worship you. You're my friend and you are my brother, even though you are a king. I love you more than any other, so much more than anything. You alone are my strength and shield. To you alone may my spirit yield. You alone are my heart's desire, and I long to worship you. I want you more than gold or silver, only you can satisfy. You alone are the real joy giver and the apple of my eye. You alone are my strength and shield. To you alone may my spirit yield. You alone are my heart's desire, and I long to worship you. I long to worship you.
If you had a pandemic dream or COVID-19 nightmare, these dreams are strange, intense, colorful, and vivid. Dream experts have weighed in and said the reason we are having them right now is because we are anxious or bored or both. Some say that our dreams are a way that we work through our daily stresses or preoccupations. Today it might be the stresses or tensions between in-person or distance learning for our children, isolating or interacting with others, too much family togetherness or not enough, too many weeks furloughed or too many weeks without downtime. Others say that our dreams are how we find a way forward. They wonder, is there a deeper reality? Is the God of the universe trying to tell us something? Jonas Salk, the discoverer of the polio vaccine, said, "There is hope in dreams, imagination, and the courage of those who dare to make those dreams a reality." He also said, I've had dreams and I've had nightmares, but I've conquered my nightmares because of my dreams. Today we encounter Joseph, who had vivid, colorful dreams and bizarre, nightmarish experiences. Earlier this summer, we focused on Jacob, who was renamed Israel, the one who persevered or the one who wrestled with God. Now we turn to the story of Joseph, the son of Jacob's old age, the firstborn of his second wife Rachel. Joseph's name in Hebrew means add. For his father, he's added as a special gift. For his 10 older brothers, he's added as an unwelcomed afterthought to the family. Joseph's story is not only a story of dreams, but also family dysfunction and sibling rivalry. The story begins. Now Israel loved Joseph more than any of his other sons because he was born when Jacob was old. Jacob had made for him a long, many-colored robe. When his brothers saw that their father loved him more than any of his brothers, they hated him and couldn't even talk nicely to him. Joseph is his father's favorite. He's his father's favorite son, and he knows it. His father even makes him an elaborate, multicolored coat. Every time I hear this story, I think of the stole that my mother made me for an ordination gift. It's a stole of many colors, at least 18, with elaborate stitching and lace. It took her 2 years to make the stole, and I still recall the first time that I wore it. It was at her church, the church I attended as a child. She told the pastor, several times, that when he was on vacation, that I could come and preach for him. I could provide pulpit supply, oblivious to the fact that I had other responsibilities on Sunday mornings. He finally took her up on it. And she also arranged to have her granddaughter sing. And she invited all of her relatives to the service. Before worship began, she said, "You might want to stay for a while after the service to greet people." I nodded and smirked. I always stayed after the service to greet people. But this time I not only greeted people, I pranced around the church wearing my stole of many colors, which actually looks like a coat. Was I my mother's favorite? Maybe, maybe not. Was she showing me off? Or was she showing off her gifted handiwork? Or maybe both. My mother was adamant that she loved all of her children and grandchildren, that she loved us all the same. Jacob could have taken a lesson from my mom. You might have a favorite child or grandchild, but don't tell him or her, or his brothers or sisters. Relationships are hard, especially family relationships, especially during this season of COVID togetherness. It's artwork to create an environment where we all belong, where we all get along. Not only was Joseph the favorite, he also was a snitch. He tattled on his older brothers. They couldn't stand being around him. The story continues. Joseph had a dream and told it to his brothers, which made them hate him even more. Joseph dreams, his dream, it inverts the family order. He said, "Listen to this dream I had. When we were binding stalks of grain in the field, my stalk got up and stood upright, while your stalks gathered around it and bowed down to my stalk." And if one dream was insufficient, Joseph dreams again. This time the sun and the moon and 11 stars were bowing down to me. It's easy to be critical of Joseph for being self-absorbed and self-centered. But let's step back. What's happening? Joseph is dreaming of a world where the last are first, the least are greatest. Those on the bottom rung are on the top. He's dreaming of a different family order and a different world order. Centuries later, Mary would dream of a world where the mighty are lowered and the lowly are lifted. The hungry are filled, and the rich go empty away. Joseph's dream is his brother's nightmare. When Joseph goes to check up on his brothers for his father, they want to strip him of his colorful robe. They want to destroy him. They throw him into an empty pit. "We shall see what will become of his dreams," they said. The pit is symbolic of suffering and death. It refers to the ancient underworld. Joseph, you could say, is having a hellish, nightmarish day. Have you ever had one of those days where nothing seems to go right? You receive an unexpected phone call. You're betrayed by a friend or a family member. The job you love is being outsourced. The relationship you thought would continue until death do us part ends. If we are honest with God and ourselves, we'd admit that some days are nightmarish, even hellish. At age 17, Joseph's not surfing the internet, not texting with friends, not watching Netflix, not trying out for the team, not preparing for a trade, not discerning college plans. He's alone. Life for him at that moment is the pits, literally and figuratively. His eldest brother, Reuben, plans to come back to get him. He has good intentions. Have you ever had good intentions, but just couldn't quite follow through? You thought you'd go and help someone out, but just never got around to it. You thought you'd visit someone before they moved or died, but never had the chance to say goodbye. The nightmare continues for Joseph. Before Reuben comes back, his brothers sell him into slavery. Why? They couldn't handle his dreams. Some dreams are easy to applaud. Every week, it seems, I read of a dream come true or of someone living a dream. Last week in the Austin Daily Herald, it was of a woman opening a chiropractic clinic, and the week before of a father-son duo winning the Aero Modeling Championship. And we are all cheering on those who are dreaming of a coronavirus vaccine and who are daring, like Jonas Salk, to make those dreams a reality. Other dreams are not as easy to cheer on, as Luke Powery, Dean of Duke Chapel, notes. They are dangerous dreams because they turn the world on its head. They invert the status quo. They envision a new way of life. This is why Joseph's brothers are so angry. Powery goes on. Some dreams are dangerous because they land you in a pit or in a Birmingham jail or in a grave. The Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. dreamed a world that disrupted and disturbed the status quo in society. In 1963, Dr. King dreamed, "I have a dream that one day on the red hills of Georgia, sons of former slaves and sons of former slave owners will be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood. I have a dream my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character." This dream still plays in the country's historic conscience. Not everyone understood or supported Dr. King's dream. Not everyone, like Joseph's brothers, wanted the dream to come true. Dr. King's dream leads to his death. Stanford University historian and King scholar Claiborne Carson was asked in an interview, "What message do you think King would want to impress upon America today?" And Carlson replied, "He would want people to know that his dream was still unfulfilled at the end of his life and remains unrealized now." So why should we dream? A spiritual mentor for King, Howard Thurman, former dean of Marsh Chapel at Boston University, puts it this way: We cannot continue long to live if the dream in the heart has perished. Where there is no dream, life becomes a dreary, dead place. The dream is the ever-recurring melody in the midst of broken harmony and harsh discords of human conflict. It lives in the inward parts. It is deep within. For as long as we have a dream in the heart, we cannot lose the significance of living. We need to dream. We need to dream because to dream is to live. We need to dream as individuals. We need to dream as a church. We need to dream as a society. A Harvard Business Review article urged readers how to have a year that counts. It said, start with your dreams, not your goals or plans or objectives, but your dreams. We might start out with a dream, then life happens. A move, a job change, a pandemic. Our lives are filled with detours. Yet God's dream for our lives, our community, and our church continues. Over 160 years ago, a small group of people had a dream to start a church. Today, I get to be a part of that dream, and you do too. We get to be a part of a congregation that has a long history of overcoming obstacles, including 2 pandemics, and being engaged in meaningful mission work in our local community and world. Now, dreaming, it isn't always easy, and sometimes it might feel like you're in a pit. Yet, now is our time to dream of showing compassion to our neighbors, of lifting up the least lost and lowly, of staying connected in turbulent times, of being church, even when we're not in the building. Joseph was put in a pit, sold into slavery, accused of assault, falsely imprisoned. He overcame these obstacles, and he kept on dreaming and interpreting dreams. And he became the second in command in Egypt and fed thousands because God's dream, it simply couldn't be stopped. In this pandemic season, sleep experts are saying that we are dreaming more. So dream. Dream the unquestionable. Dream the unthinkable. Dream the unimaginable. Dream God's dream for your life, the church, and the world. We need to dream because to dream is to live. So dream. Dream even when the days are lonely. Dream even when we're not sure what tomorrow will bring. Dream even when depression wants to make a summer vacation in your heart. Dream even when the future is uncertain, because the future is always uncertain. Dream because God is not finished with us yet. Dream because God will do more than we ask or even imagine. Dream because nothing is impossible with God. Dare to dream.
Lord, listen to your children praying. Lord, send your spirit in this place. Lord, listen to your children praying. Send us love, send us power, send us grace. Lord, listen to your children praying. Lord, send your spirit in this place. Lord, listen to your children praying. Send us love, send us power, send us grace.
I invite you to join me in a spirit of prayer. O God, we come to you today with hearts of gratitude, with our souls open to hear your voice and respond with our lives. We thank you for moments to pause and enjoy this time spent with you in our otherwise busy week. Help us to accept this as a gift from you. We also come with our anxieties, hurts, and disappointments. We pray for those who, like Joseph, have had their hopes and dreams crushed, those whose lives have suddenly taken a different turn, and who now wonder what lies ahead of them. Help us to recognize that you are more powerfully present in our weaknesses and pain than in our strengths and joys, and that you are the one who helps us to dream again. We lift up those in this congregation who have passed away: Catherine Seaver, Naomi Riefenberger, and Becky Alt. We hold their spirits and their families in prayer during these tender days. We also lift up those impacted by the winds in Iowa and the forest fires in California. We give thanks for first responders and firefighters. We bring to you those suffering from COVID-19, and we pray for their healing. We give thanks for healthcare workers on the front line and for researchers who dream of a vaccine and work tirelessly to develop one. We also bring to you our children, parents, teachers, and administrators. As the new school year is about to begin, open their minds to learn, their hands to create, and their hearts to care for one another. Surround them with your protective love. Place your dreams upon their hearts, and give them perseverance to follow your leading on their lives. We offer you now our quiet prayers, knowing you are faithful to listen and faithful to dream into our hearts. I invite you to remain in a spirit of prayer as Connie sings the Lord's Prayer.
Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever.
We are thrilled that new people are encountering us online. We'd love to get to know you and to grow in faith with you. You can contact me at donna@austinfirst.org. I'm filled with gratitude for the ways you live your faith. A special thank you to those who volunteered recently at Ruby's Pantry. Ruby's Pantry partners with food manufacturers, distributors, and producers to gather their surplus and then to distribute it to those in need. There are opportunities to volunteer the third Thursday of each month. Thank you for your ongoing generosity. Our ministry continues because of your faithful support. You can give online at austinfirst.org or mail in your offerings to the church office.
Oh, for 1,000 tongues to sing my great Redeemer's praise, the glories of my God and King, the triumphs of His grace. My gracious Master and my God, assist me to proclaim, to spread through all the earth abroad the honors of thy name. Jesus, the name that charms our fears, that bids our sorrow cease. 'Tis music in the sinner's ears, 'tis life and health and peace. He speaks and listening to his voice, new life the dead receive. The mournful broken hearts rejoice, the humble poor believe.
Friends, continue to dream, because to dream is to live. I look forward to dreaming with you and how we can continue to grow in love of God and in love of our neighbor. Be blessed.